Hey Aquarius, how you doing? I'm here with your May spiritual guidance monthly reading. So I'm saying that so you can understand the way I'm tongue tied. I'm saying that so you can understand. Hopefully get the gist of why I'm talking the way I'm talking. These messages is designed and geared to inner peace, so most likely you will be hearing me say inner peace throughout all 12 of the zodiac signs. But of course, if you only come look at yours, you only get to hear it on this one. Hey. So, this card is close to a general type energy reading too. Which is bringing me into your first oracle card that came out for you. It was aura, observation. Aquarius, when I first saw your aura, it was like I spy. And I was like, I spy what? You talking about stalkers? And it was like, no, a telescope. I was like, okay, oh wow, alright. What is a telescope to you, Aquarius? Can you see an I spy in a telescope? How much can you relate to the telescope and be able to convert that over to manipulation, or a team, or ancestors, spirit guides? Well, I don't know the right word. I think the word really going to describe how you perceive it, the emotions that comes from the perception, and the passion inside of this situation. I think that really basically will describe it, which brings me to the next card, which is Black. Okay? And it's all about that effort. That effort that's in this situation. Meaning, being a little science kid. Maybe, I don't know, I look at see it as science kid. But being a science kid, right, and you got a telescope, do you actually realize as a kid, if it weren't for you believing in certain colors, when you look through that telescope, you wouldn't know what you're looking for? Now, that's about the same way that your energy is going to be in. Meaning, who's looking through your eyes? What information has you downloaded or stored over time in your subconscious? I know you know about your conscious, but do you really know about your subconscious first? You can consciously come up with everything. And probably some of those situations that you come up with is something subconsciously that is missing from those situations that you didn't pay attention to. That's kind of like that energy in this telescope energy. Which going to bring me down to your tarot cards. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Cups to start this off. It's almost like not having a choice. But yet, with the Page of Cups, you get an opportunity to think about it. You get an opportunity to at least embrace the moment. Because, Page of Swords could either go with communication or thinking. Page of Cups could go the same thing because you got imagination. I mean, hey, So, options. I mean, even when you pull the telescope out and you go back, like I'll piggyback from that example I was using, just think about it. If you was 9 years old when you first looked through the telescope and you verified, oh yes, that was so real. Now you're 22. And you didn't mature to the point that you want to discover what's new. So that same thing turned to a different side view, and it so happened to have a color that you didn't know about. Would you call it new? Would you call it new? Oh no, I might. I just might. Especially if I observe progression of what I believe something was and it always moved and it stayed in this same color, but it moved. Yeah, I probably would. But I guess that's the details that I'm talking about that's in the subconscious, because right now I'm actually flirting with the Page of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, right? Because I'm using that imagination. Which brings me to the next card, the Queen of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Right. The detail. What is the detail in it that makes something extraordinary? Have you ever invented a word like thought and watch how it skyrocket and people adapt to it? How did it make you feel? Did you have moments of feeling like any kind of regret? Did you have moments of like hateration? Man, that's my enemy. How you gonna jock mine? As if your enemy wasn't supposed to. That's the purpose and the pleasure of calling that person an enemy, isn't it? Part of it anyway, right? They're against you. So if their job is to provoke you, why not take something that's going to make you mad? Innovations. What is really that recipe in copyright? Because, to be honest, copyright definitely got to exist in an aura. If we limit our imagination to a limitation of colors, right? How is other people not copycats? What do a copyright actually mean? And that's even, if you're talking about aspire on copyrights, what is it? How do it look? Did that change it to be a stalker? Why, you had to do it make you feel like you had that right to investigate? You got that right to sue? Do it appears to be your blessing in the situation? Or could it be a blessing and a curse? Meaning that maybe part of your karmatic journey was to learn to turn the other cheek. If you was already getting blessed in your business, how can somebody steal your blessing? But you look at it as a blessing, but you don't forget that you thinking about the old school saying, thy neighbor shall not infringe on my neighbor. And then the New Testament is still going to be living, and it say, hey, you should love thy neighbor because it's no fun in not doing it. Which brings me to your next cards, which is the Four of Pentacles again. But this time the Four of Pentacles is with the Three of Pentacles. Those neighbors, those situations. Am I trying to say you're gonna have situations? Yes, I'm saying that you're gonna have situations. Is it all about that neighbor? Yes, because everybody is your neighbor. Everybody in this world. Some of them just far away, and some of them close to you. I mean, even your family members is your neighbor. But once again, that is just talking about the Brondrak, which is all about the sweetness and the scent energy. Now, the foundation of that neighbor is more stronger than family and friends in a spiritual or way, because that's of the flesh. The neighbor is of spirituality, the foundation of you, energy. Am I trying to say that you need to watch the way you treat people during the month of month of May? Whoa. There's something happened in April for you Aquarius. Is that a hint or a drop since I backtrack? Or was that the effect of the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, which is stating karma? Because usually karma is something of pre-existence that takes form of a manifestation. Which brings me to the Nine of Cups and the Five of Wands. And also the Tower and the Justice card. You know, I really love this Tower in this deck. Especially when these cards was coming out, right? This Tower card just came out and was like, yo, look at the old style that's here. But look at the usefulness that nature has with it. Now, this is youth and youngness compared to this building that's standing here. And it's nice because it's almost the way that it's faded in the design and how the clouds, it's almost like it's only one part of the building, but it leaves the imagination with the way it's drawn for the viewer, for the reader. And I'm saying the viewer because I got the card up here, you know, so you get a chance to see it too, but I had to incorporate it. It's like real good with this old and this new, because that's what the Nine of Cups is all about with it too, right? And the Five of Wands and the Justice is they are in perfect harmony, even though they could run into oppositions and squares and conjunctions. I mean, think about a parent and a child, old and new. What age is it that it really takes to grow a bond? Or what age does it take for a parent to agree that they're giving their child their own freedom of choice? So what makes a parent feel that way, or a child to feel supportive enough to say, yes, my parent let me decide on who I want to be, or my parent told me what I had to be, oh, I'm out this way because of these situations, because of my parents. I'm out this way because I grew up this way. I'm out this way because I grew up that way. I'm not saying none of them don't matter. That's why I brought up the Old Testament and the New Testament. All of it matters. But where does it lead to? And what does the matter actually become? How tangible does that matter become? Meaning, clay is a type of matter, but we could turn clay into plates and necklaces and bracelets and coffee tables and and statues and plaques. So the matter came to still hold its matter. It just transferred itself to maybe attachment. It became codependent. And usually a lot of times we think it's wrong to be codependent, but we think matter is more useless than human matter. So, and we might not seem like we're doing it intentionally, but it is. Unless that human matter joins with the appreciation and giving that matter the equal respect. Meaning you brought this work of art and you love it. Do you dust it off while it's sitting there? Do you take care of it? Do you nurture it? Do you let it know it is about its equal? Is that why cleanliness is some things that's important in this world? To treat matter as matter. All living matter should be treated equal, right? At least it's love don't infringe on your neighbor. Well, you're going to infringe on clay because you don't look at clay as a neighbor, even though it's a matter. So let's go on over to the New Testament and let's think about this sin that we didn't got mercy for and be like, hey, it's no fun in loving our matter. And then, maybe recycling, that's why recycling came about. And they make money off of it because those things of matter. So what I'm saying is, in the telescope view of it, like I was saying, where it relates to matter at, if I got you a little bit lost, it mattered to that child to find that planet. It mattered as that child matured to still have pleasure in looking through the telescope. So the month of May, you have a telescope energy. Things matter. And matter itself moves. You're going to attract matter. Matter is a broad term. Decide on what matter is for you, and you can begin to create your light, to learn something. Maybe that matter becomes a lesson, a teacher for you for a moment in the month of May. It's going to play a role somewhere in your life. Definitely an inner peace when that time comes. So Aquarius, enjoy being the science kid for the month of May. Good luck.